Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is your host Sam Capizzi at Cryptosomniac, here to bring you everything crypto related, where the rich never sleep. Today I present to you a new ICO called indaHash. So I want to disclose that this was not a paid ICO review, but rather indaHash contacted and reached out to me for my expertise, and they had done so with other blockchain and Bitcoin entrepreneurs in the space to seek basically my advice on how to help them assist and launch their ICO. They have scheduled a flight for me to come out to Poland to discuss some of the ideas that I have in mind for them, and in return I said that I would be happy to cover them on my YouTube channel. So this was not paid, but I like a lot of what they were doing. And the first thing that initially attracted me to them was they are a social media influencer program, and we'll talk more about what specifically, but it's something that me personally I could utilize as a social media influencer myself, and it interested me from that facet alone. So let's jump right into it and talk about them. And I always like to start with the team. So the team consists of several members, and you can read through them on their website, but I picked three of them here. So the CEO is Barbara Soltysynska. She is the founder of not only indaHash, but LifeTube. It's a YouTube network that was founded in Warsaw, Poland. Warsaw is the capital of Poland, and is the largest YouTube network in Central Eastern Europe. She also won a Man of the Year award in Poland in the year 2015. Great accomplishments there, and it's great to see a woman CEO in the blockchain space. The COO goes by the name of Derek Zielinski, and he is the managing director of Ringier Axel Springer, which is a Polish online network media company. He also digitized a news site called Newsweek, which is also a Poland newsletter or Polish news website, and directed the relaunch of that. The CPO, and I deeply apologize, but I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name. Again, a lot of these guys are from Poland. The company is founded in Poland, but he is the founder of NextClick, and he helped Barbara back over on LifeTube and helped to develop that. Now they are working together on indaHash. So what is indaHash? Let's talk about it. So indaHash is a business that enables and helps not only brands, but influencers as well. So brands are able to reach out to influencers and basically run campaigns or advertisements through the YouTube influencers, because at the end of the day, a lot of people buy from people they like and whom they listen to. So in this example here, indaHash could aid or facilitate the cooperation between myself, Cryptosomniac, and Nike. So say Nike wanted to run a campaign on my YouTube channel, and they wanted to reach out to me, they could do so through indaHash, and they could run a campaign, say I like their sneakers and I wanted to endorse them on my channel, and say I wear sneakers or Nike sneakers, and talk highly about them. I could get paid for doing that. So indaHash is actually already a company that does exactly that, and they're looking to tokenize this industry via the indaHash coin, which we'll talk more about in the presentation later. But this is indaHash in a nutshell, and they're already a functioning company with a number of business partnerships that exist already. So that is sort of them in a nutshell. And if you take that previous model that I just showed you, this would kind of look what the process would look like. You'd have Nike reaching out to, say, indaHash, which would then cooperate and agree and coordinate terms for me, Cryptosomniac, on either my YouTube channel or my Instagram or my Facebook, and help assist that coordination and cooperation. And then there's also a component or a facet where I can basically utilize my own token and interact with my audience and give them a lot of things such as freebies or autographs or chances to meet with me in person. In this example here, obviously you can extend this example to a bunch of different people, but we'll talk more about how the audience comes into play later. But this is sort of them in a nutshell and their business model. Again, they facilitate brands or companies reaching out to YouTube influencers, and I'm sorry, not just YouTube influencers, but social media influencers all across the world. The key pillars of indaHash. So what are they gaining by tokenizing the influencer industry that they currently work on. So the first one is tokenizing it, and this really creates a revolutionary platform in terms of brand cooperation and audience development. It allows people to reach people from anywhere in the world, and there are a bunch of benefits that the indaHash token will provide people, including fast payment. So currently, the waiting time for any YouTube influencer, and I keep referencing YouTube influencer since that's what I am, but again, this is social media in general, but it can take anywhere from 30 to 60 days to process payment. You know, say you're working with Nike and you are living in Cambodia and you want to run an ad for them, it might be extremely difficult to transfer payment through things like TransUnion or Western Union, and it takes a lot of time to process those payments. With indaHash, payments can become immediate, basically. Now, there's also an increased payment by using indaHash. So if people choose to use indaHash later on, as opposed to your fiat currency, such as the euro or the dollar, influencers' rates will increase 20%. They're setting aside some funds from the ICO distribution and basically helping to educate people on what the indaHash token is, what it does, and increase utilization of the token by offering an increased, basically, revenue or profit, an increase of 20%. Additionally, tokenizing this industry allows brands to reach influencers from anywhere in the world. So like I said, if you're in Thailand, if you're in Cambodia, and you're trying to work with a company, but they don't have the government relationships to be able to pay you, you could use indaHash. And lastly, indaHash is the largest international influencing marketing platform out there, and it operates in over 70 countries. So again, they are a functioning and existing company, which I love to see in any project. So they do function completely fine without the assistance of the indaHash token. So that is definitely something I like to see. So I want to talk to you about the current statistics of indaHash. As I mentioned, they are functioning as a company already. They have about 300,000 social media influencers on their platform. They have an audience reach of nearly 1 billion people, 900 million to be specific, and their outreach it goes out to 28 million people. So the interactions that these brands and audiences are having with these influencers numbers over 28 million. So here are some of the companies that indaHash already currently works with and some of their clients. They have a ton of big Fortune 500 companies. We have Heinz, McDonald's, Lay's, L'Oreal, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Merck. Merck's actually a company I used to work at. T-Mobile, they have a ton of people here. Feel free to pause this video right here and take a look at who else they've signed. But they have a ton of brands influencing audiences all over the world already. Now, I wanted to share a little bit more about some of the statistics of why and how their company works. So as I mentioned, advertising works a whole lot better when we buy from people we know. There's a statistic here that I took from their white paper that says people are 82% more likely to buy from people than online ads or ads on TV, which don't effectively target the audience as well as someone who people trust. So if I sell something to you, to my audience, or I endorse something, say Nike approaches me and I say that Nike's a good brand, you guys are much more likely to trust me than you would be to watch, would be if you were watching Game of Thrones and saw an ad come up on TV in the middle of the air. So they have a model that is definitely something that I understand, and it definitely is. I could see how it could be more effective, and here are the statistics to prove it. Now, their global reach is in over 70 countries they operate in, and their office or their headquarters is in Warsaw, Poland. I believe they have 7 different offices in several different countries, but they have an outreach, again, with brands and influencers in over 70 countries worldwide. Now, how does indaHash plan to implement cryptocurrency? So let's talk about that. So what we have here are 4 different players, or 4 different pieces. We have the brand at the top, the audience at the bottom, and then we have the indaHash and the influencer in the middle. So what this process looks like is it's kind of a little flow path that goes up and then back down. So brands reach out to indaHash and can pay indaHash with either indaHash coins that they can buy on open exchange or in traditional cash. And what indaHash does is it pays the indaHash coins to the influencers for campaigns. So for myself, for example, then I'm able to utilize the system and actually give my own tokens and create my own tokens, say, indaHash token Sam or cryptocurrency Sam, whatever you want to call it, cryptocurrency, Cryptosomniac. and I'm able to issue those tokens to my audience, and depending upon who likes or shares or interacts with me the most, I can reward them for that interaction. Then what the audience can do is redeem those coins or tokens for personalized, basically, interactions with me, whether that be autographs or gadgets or meetings or social activities or private press passes, you name it. And then I can also use the influencer tokens or the indaHash tokens to sell back on the exchange. So I'm again rewarded in indaHash tokens, and I can sell them on the exchanges. And I can also use them to interact back with the brand, so I can have early access to things myself for things such as products or different services that the brand offers. So say I was working with Nike, maybe they have new sneakers that are coming out, and I could use them, the indaHash token, to buy new Nikes before they actually launch to the rest of the world. So that's kind of the business model or flow of the indaHash token. Again, it goes from brand to indaHash to influencer, audience if I'd like, and then you can ride this wave kind of all the way back up to the top if you want. Or we can stay somewhere in the middle. Maybe I don't issue my own token and I just sell the indaHash token back on the exchange, but that's kind of the model that they have in place. I also wanted to share this slide here with you guys. This is another statistic, and you might want to pause this, that shows the effectiveness of campaigns through recommendations of people that we know. So you can see here that there's a tremendous amount of effect basically on this type of advertising versus things such as opt-in emails or networking ads, newspaper ads, you name it. So this might be a useful chart to just stop and pause, but this really just amplifies or exemplifies rather the business model that indaHash currently uses and why it works so well, and it makes a lot of sense when you start to think about it, right? So that was an interesting statistics I wanted to pull from their white paper. They project, I want to talk a little bit about the marketing going forward. So they project the influencer marketing program to reach over $7.5 billion in the year 2020. That means the number of dollars spent on influencing people or brands utilizing influencers in the advertising space. So it's only going to continue to grow. It's an advertising space that a lot of people are utilizing as of late, especially with the recent advent of social media. I know if you're young and you're watching this, it seems like social media has been around your whole life, but in all honesty, social media is something that is constantly evolving, and there's new things and new programs and apps that are coming out every day now, and it's only a growing market. I want to touch a little bit more on this process again with me influencing and issuing my own tokens to my audiences. So again, I'm able to pay for a cryptocurrency like cryptocurrency Sam with my indaHash token. So I can purchase my own token, say Samcoin, and issue that to my audience for good behavior, whether that be upvoting or sharing my content. And they call this process pay with fame. So I'm able to reward those loyal subscribers of mine, and they can utilize those tokens to, again, interact with me on a special basis. Let's talk about the ICO. So yeah, the ICO is launching soon. It launches on the I believe that is the middle of November. I think I discluded the date here of the pre-ICO, but I believe that starts November 15th. I'll double check that on the website for you guys, but the equivalent bonus is about 40%. So one Ethereum nets you 4480 tokens or indaHash tokens. Then in week one, the regular ICO begins, which starts November 29th and runs through December 6th. And the bonus drops down to 20%. And I won't read off all these dates here for you. You can surely pause this video, but the bonus goes down to about 0% come December 13th. And then they close the ICO out December 20th, just before Christmas. So again, the token without a bonus is 3,200 tokens per Ethereum. Now, this is what the token distribution looks like. So 80% will be given out during the ICO, and 18% will be used for influencing and market education activities. So I mentioned they will be utilizing the tokens to help people understand how the indaHash token works, and they will be rewarding, again, users some extra tokens if they are accept indaHash as their form of payment, or indaHash tokens rather. So that is how the ICO funds will be distributed. And lastly, I want to go over their roadmap. So again, the pre-ICO launches in November. The normal ICO takes place over the course of November to December, and then they will launch onto exchanges towards the end of the year, beginning of next. And then come February, they will have the in-app expanded wallet integrated for influencers such as myself. Then in March, early next spring, the integration and launch of indaHash app for influencers will take place, which is specific to the indaHash coin. So they already have a working app that they can, or anyone can use. And then in April, basically a lot of promotional and educational campaigns will be launched for influencers in a number of countries. Then in May, integration with brand payments with indaHash coins, and the pay with fame functionality will exist. That's that functionality where I can issue my own token. In June, the extended promotional and educational campaign will launch in over 30 countries. And if we just skip here down to the bottom, in October, the introduction of indaHash score for brands based on influencers tokenization will take place. And then lastly, at the end of the year, prepaid card distribution with indaHash coin payments will be possible for influencers. And I believe that wraps it up. So thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, this was an ICO that really interested me just because of the fact that I am an influencer myself, and I definitely see its use case. So let me know what you guys think. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts. Again, I am taking a look at their company in person in just a few days. So feel free to shoot me some questions. I'd love to be able to get them answered for you guys. If you're not a subscriber on the channel already, hit that subscribe button and do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. What that does, it allows other people in the community to know that this video was worth watching. And feel free to check me out on all my other social media platforms. I'm always happy to respond to questions, and you can always email me at cryptosomniac@gmail.com. So thank you guys all for tuning in, and remember, stay a cryptosomniac because the rich never sleep.